Welcome to Move Through the Holidays. Today we're going to work on your squat. You don't need any weights. I'm going to show you how to do a body weight squat, hypermobile specific. I do recommend having a surface. So my surface is like just above the crease of my knee. A chair, something stable that's not going to roll away. You can use the bed, the side of the couch, and what we may need is yoga blocks or books to elevate the surface to find the right surface for you. Grab your chair, get yourself situated where you want to work on some squats, and let's build some stability for your hypermobility. So I'm coming to the corner of this so that you can see a couple different angles of a squat. Squat pattern is going to be your hips going back while your knees also go forward. I would suggest trying this if you know that squats are not going to work for you. An alternative that I would try is a wall sit, and that's where you're going to lean against the wall. Make sure your feet are about a foot away from the wall. Weight equal through your toes, midfoot, and heels. And then you're just going to bend your knees a couple degrees and hold, push through the ground. Really think about having your quads engaged, and you're just going to try to hold this position and breathe. You can play around with different angles. You just want to find an angle that is pain-free for you, but where you can feel these muscles working. So that's your modification. For the squats themselves, we're going to set up in front of your chair, relatively close to it, feet hip width apart. Think about the base of those big toes, making sure those are on the ground. Wiggle your toes a little bit. See if you can find that position. Your thighs, back of your thighs are almost touching the surface that you're on, but not totally. You should be right in front of it. We're going to first unlock our knees, right? So they're not like super bent, but they're not locked out. You want to find a natural position for you. So my feet are about hip width apart. If you're somebody who naturally stands with your toes really far out or really far in, honor your anatomy. So if you normally stand with your feet out, go ahead and toe out a couple degrees. You normally stand with your feet in. It's okay to have a more narrow stance. You want to find a comfortable, natural stance for you. So for me, toes relatively forward, about hip width apart. What people lose with their squats is their shoulders, just like all of these other exercises. So we're going to start with our shoulder positioning up, back, down, forward a little. We're going to pretend we're holding a weight here. So nice and close to our body. I don't want you reaching out. We're trying to keep our center of mass really close. The great thing about this is if you lose your balance, you just take a seat. That's why it's important to not have wheels on your chair. So you're going to breathe in. As you are breathing in and down into your pelvic floor, you're going to bend your knees. Bend, 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 bend. Barely tap your bottom. Don't lose that shoulder engagement. As you come up, blow out and press through your feet. Stop when your knees get to a neutral position. We're not doing any squeezing. We're not doing any of that. No booty squeezes at the top of the movement. We want to keep it slow and controlled. Let's do that again. So find your positioning, natural stance, shoulders engaged, arms close to our body. You know, there's kind of a hinge movement and the bend movement. We're doing both at the same time. Make sure you bend your knees. Breathe in, bend your knees, bend your knees. Weight stays equal, toes, midfoot, and heels. And I've touched the seat. Blow out as you come up. Callie said, great job. Normally my door is closed, but she can see me, so she is wondering why she can't get to me. Let's do that again. So we haven't addressed our deadlift in this series yet, but our deadlift, don't worry, it's coming. But it's going to be more of that hips back motion. Don't forget, bend your knees, bend your knees, bend your knees for the squat. But we keep our weight equal in our feet as we go up and down. Like my weight is not shifting back, my weight's not shifting forward, my weight is staying toes, midfoot, heels, the whole movement. What you want to do is play around with the height. You could try a slightly lower surface. Some of you, I'm sure, can squat all the way down. The question is, do you have control all the way down through the movement? Some of you are going to need to stack some books and yoga blocks and do a squat that's about this big to practice and build up to it. The other thing to be aware of, so I'm going to show you again from this view, is what is happening with your knees. Are they tracking inward or outward? Again, with this, we want to honor your natural anatomy. We want to honor your natural anatomy. So whether a little bit out or a little bit in, kind of do our reset. Shoulders here, breathe in, tap, blow out, press, stop before we hyperextend the knees. We're just pushing through our feet, like with our bridge that we learned last week. Some of you are going to have noticed that your knees are caving inward. This could happen due to your hip anatomy or your feet being like your arches collapsing. Some of you might be like way out here and your feet coming out pretty far. We want to find a nice middle ground. So if you notice your feet collapsing in and you have trouble correcting that on your own, we can provide a cue to push your knees out. And this is going to be done the easiest with adding a resistance band right above your knees. So you'll just put your feet together, tie a resistance band right above your knees, go back to your squat. That band is going to try to pull you in, and your hips are naturally going to resist that to come outwards. If you're way out here, you could do the opposite. Come a little bit more narrow and take a ball or a pillow, put it between your knees so that we're engaging the inner part of your thigh while you're doing your squats. Or you can just do them regular. I want to just do them regular. And then you always have the option to add weight nice and close to your body. Let's go ahead and practice this, whichever variation you're comfortable with, or you can do the modification. We're going to do 3 sets of 6. All right, here we go. So we're standing in front of our surface, shoulders are back, engaged, close to our body. Breathe in, blow out. Breathe in, blow out. Breathe in, blow out. Not lifting, squeezing, we are just pushing. Breathe in, blow out. If you're doing it correctly, we're really going for like some quad work. You might feel some glutes, some core. Breathe in, blow out. The amount you lean forward is going to depend on your individual anatomy as well. So some of you, if you're taller or you have longer femurs, you're going to bend forward more, and that's totally okay too. Breathe in and then blow out. So I'm going to lower my surface a little bit. Whether we can do a lower chair, maybe you need a higher chair, maybe you need to add a book on top of it. I'm going to go to the side just so you can see a different view. And here we go. We're going to do 6 more. I'm not going to say the breathing as much so I can focus on mine, but breathe in as you go down, blow out as you come up. Okay, here we go. So first we're going to breathe in. It's going to feel like your knees aren't straight for those of you that hyperextend your knees. A mirror can also be a really good cue to be able to see, are my knees straight at the top? Great job, everybody. I'm going to go even lower. That's a pretty shallow squat. Again, do what you need. Go higher or go lower. Callie has a lot of opinions today. All right, that's as low as my table goes. I'm going to go diagonally, just give you one more view, and this will be our last set. All right, here we go. Shoulders, knees locked. Breathe in, relaxing the pelvic floor as we go down. Just to make it fun, we're going to go down twice as slow as coming up. Callie. Okay, breathe in. Down for 4. Up for 2. Okay, here we go. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. That one was good. I felt that one. We got some shakies. One more. You did it. You did your squats. Make sure you have electrolytes. Those postural changes can be difficult. Again, a tiny mini squat still counts. Work on your squat. Squatting is a movement that everyone has to do. You always have to get up off the toilet. You always have to do stairs. It's a type of pattern. There are different variations we can do if that pattern is uncomfortable for you. But doing something is great. Great job for showing up today. Make sure you comment for a chance to win a Jellie Bend. And I'll see you tomorrow.